going on, guys? This is Burrs here to talk to you today about my Fight Light plate carrier by Tactical Tailor. Now, a lot of people have asked me, how do you have it set up? What do you like to run here? What do you like to do with this, etc., etc. I'm going through a lot of different changes with my my plate carrier here, and there's reasons for each of them, and we're going to talk about that today. So what I like to do with this is actually set this up rather light. So what I would call this is more of like a lightweight kind of setup. It's not definitely like an assault setup where I have like 12 magazines going. This is more of a pick it up and run, quick kind of lightweight carrier. So this is down to what's on here. Got the HSGI toggle pouches for 2 magazines right here. The cool thing I like to use these for is the fact that they're so interchangeable. If I have AR mag pouches, I don't have to switch out because I have an AK. Magically somehow I get an AK, I pick an AK up, whatever. I have to switch this out. I can throw them in here just as easy as I can, any other magazine. So I like to run those magazine pouches a lot. I guess this would be on this would be on your left, but it's on my right. I have a Bradshaw Blades. This is a search and rescue knife. It's made for me, and I really like it. Quick in the hand. I'm going to do a review on it. So it's actually one of my favorite, if not my favorite blades, just for the size, the weight, and just the craftsmanship that went into it. So I'm going to be doing a review on that at some point. Have that here. It's just held on with some paracord and 2 zip ties, but I like having that here. Quickly accessible. Some people put theirs kind of in this area right here. I've done that before, and then it is, I don't know. I just like it right here. I know it takes up some room in the plate carrier, but that's the way I like it. Usually what I'll run, because a lot of people will say, well, you could put your cross draw on your pistol here, etc., etc. I run just a regular holster on this, which I can because this plate carrier is not a real low plate carrier. It doesn't ride low. And number 2, I don't really have my plate carriers ride low. I usually have these around the collarbone right here, around that area, because you see a lot of people and they'll making YouTube videos and they have their plate carriers down here around their nipples or whatever. If you see those videos, don't listen to those people if they have a plate carrier on, because they probably don't really know what they're talking about, because they're completely just leaving this area up here completely open to being shot. Probably don't want to listen to them as far as plate carriers go and how to wear them. Getting back to this, what do I like to do? The one complaint I had with this Tactical Tailor Fight Light plate carrier initially, and you'll see that in the review I did of it, say probably about a year ago, is the fact that these kind of flip up right here. Makes it quickly accessible to get to the quick release here, but when you put a magazine pouch on here where you have Velcro, which is what I had on there, when you go to flip this Velcro up, this whole thing will flip up. And I did mention to Tactical Tailor a few different ways that I thought they could fix that in a private video. And they've taken those and kind of looked at them and engineered them. But what I ultimately came to the conclusion of was how I have it set up now. This side right here, you can see I have one pouch here, which is actually just like a multi-tool kind of pouch. I have a open top pistol pouch right here. And then on the front here, which is not on that pouch, but then I have a radio pouch right here. And I like that configuration. I can get to my radio, I can get to my multi-tool, and I can get to a pistol magazine if need be. Now that means that this configuration, I'm gonna need to run some stuff on my belt. Now the one thing I will say is, I can run a battle belt with this, which I do. Or I can just run, because it rides so high, I can run a pistol holster on this side and a like a double pistol magazine holster on the opposite side, and it doesn't really interfere too much. So yeah, I do only have one pistol magazine on this rig, but it's not a big deal because I run in conjunction with that other magazines. Got my my IFAK right here. I have a dump pouch right here, which, like I said, this is more reconning, kind of lightweight. So this dump pouch isn't necessarily for, literally dumping of, used magazines. It also can be used in conjunction with, hey, I got some intelligence, I found some stuff, and I got to get into a pouch of some sort and get out of there. So, what do we do there? Pop this out, throw it in the pouch, and go. Now on this side, what I have is this is a Esotec expanding kind of lightweight pack. It's actually a pouch, and then it expands out into a backpack. So if this dump pouch isn't enough for the stuff I'm gathering, what I can do is I can just take this off, because it has a quick disconnect, and it turns into a complete backpack that is just a little bit smaller than this, because it uses incredibly lightweight and thin materials that are packed up into this size of a pouch right here. So I can use it as a pouch, and I can just take it off and flip it in a backpack, throw it on my back with whatever I'm gathering, and get out of there. So I find that pretty interesting as well. Here I have a flashlight. I have a nice like 900 lumen flashlight, and this has adjustability down to I think 80 lumens. So a couple different modes. I'll throw that in here because it has a rather large head, like some of us might know about having large heads here. But you know, so I have to have a rather large pouch for that. I got the chem lights up here. That's pretty much it for this rig. As far as hydration goes, you know, I have a Fight Light hydration pouch back here with a 2 liter. There's no need for a 3 liter on this, so I just run a 2 liter, kind of, so like I said, save weight, etc., etc. So like I said, this is like a lightweight, you know, rig. I don't need a 3 liter. I don't need a ton of hydration, because I do have the ability to grab a pack and throw it on if I need extra hydration or extra ammo. So I keep the actual rig itself kind of lightweight. You know, the plates I'm running here are the DKX. They're the ones that are floatable. You probably see them all over the place, and they hold up really well to a bunch of different rounds. And I actually saw Nothing Fancy did I want to say a review. He actually did a test where he was shooting these plates with a whole bunch of different rounds. They withstood pretty good as far as nothing was penetrating them. So I feel pretty safe and content with the plates that are in here. They're super lightweight. One buddy picked it up and he didn't even know there were plates in it to begin with, and I told him there were plates in it and he almost fell over because it's that lightweight. So those DKX plates are extremely lightweight when it comes to people who are used to, you know, running around without those super crazy lightweight plates, and then they pick it up and they're like, holy shit, why aren't we using this stuff? So, you know, so as far as it goes, you know, I mean, that's what I have on this rig. I like it a lot. It's really comfortable. It's definitely the rig that I recommend. Like I said, the price point's a little high, but what you're getting is a really good rig. And you know, the main thing I like is there's no Velcro, with the exception of actually getting into the rig. There's no Velcro on the front here, so nothing moves on the front here at all. There's no Velcro to break down. There's no Velcro to you know, cause a lot of noise. It's a really quiet rig as far as, you know, movements go and such. So, you know, this Tactical Tailor is definitely my go-to at this point. I know I've been recommending the Mayflower. Still recommend the Mayflower if you're in that $200 price point. If you got the extra $100, $150, and you know, you want to go up that next step to something that's really customized, you know, kind of like this Tactical Tailor that has the air pockets in the back. And you know, it's customized a little bit more as far as the materials that are used and the cut of the gear, which just sits off a little bit offset on the shoulders. It doesn't sit real close to your shoulders. If that's something that bothers you with other rigs, this might be one you want to look at. But this is definitely my go-to. I like it a lot. You know, you got the hidden admin pouch back here. It just has a lot going for it. So a lot of people always ask me what, you know, I have on my rig as far as pouches and why I have them in certain places, and you know, that's why I have my stuff where I have it. So might not be for you, but it's the way I like to run it. If you guys like to run your rigs a certain way, go ahead and make a video. I can't make a video response anymore, but you can make videos still and reference the person that you're making a video for. If you guys have Tactical Tailor stuff or have any of the stuff on here, you want to make suggestions or anything like that, go ahead and put it in the comments down below. And until next time, later. And why I have them in certain places,